Let's get deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
What up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad coming in with the Going Deep with Chad JT podcast. We are transmitting live from Southern California. This is the most popular podcast in the Orange County region of California, coastal side. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom clap, Stokers.
And we're here with the beast himself, Strider Wilson.
Freaking what up, dude? Fired up to be here, boys.
Elite new glasses.
Thank you, dude. These things are throwbacks. Oakley Juliets.
Sick.
So elite, dude. Fully freaking, what's it called when they're like, not Polaroid, polarized.
For sure.
The blues and greens are popping, dude.
Great for fly fishing.
Exactly.
I used to do plyometrics at the Oakley facility outside of Ladera.
Oh yeah, dude. It's an elite space. A lot of titanium in that building.
Which is good for training.
That's the metal they use to make fighter jets, right?
Exactly.
For sure.
And those shades themselves are made from guns.
It's the very same metal that they use as a howitzer, you know, in Top Gun when they go too close for missiles switching to guns. This is the barrels. These frames here are the barrels of those guns.
That's phenomenal.
So yeah.
Speaking of fighter jets, they obviously help us keep our sovereignty. Chad, I love your top.
Dude, I gotta celebrate America, you know, despite, our rep that's kind of going up and down like a freaking roller coaster. I'm still fired up on America.
Why would you say that?
Dude, you're right. Cut that.
Yeah,
I'm fired up on America.
Penalties once.
I'm fired up on America. Everything we do is awesome. Everything about America is awesome. Hot dogs, fireworks, foreign wars. Stoked on it.
Dude, it's like you got to be there through the good and the bad.
Exactly. And that's what, people
My
always...
German uncle taught me that.
Hans? He's a good guy. Yeah, it's true, dude. Yeah.
Sorry, but you were clipping in another direction.
No, I'm fired up on what you just said.
Oh, thank you, dude.
I freaking love America. Dude, speaking of which, my buddy Bonk was like, yo, dude, there's aliens at the border. Come through.
Sure.
And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like UFOs? Like, what are we talking about? He's like, there's aliens. Like, come on through. I cruised down to Tijuana, and I'm like, where are the aliens, dude? And he's like, they're right there. And it's just a group of Mexican people. And I was like, dude, those aren't aliens. Those are immigrants. And he's like, they were calling them aliens. And I was like, dude, you're way off.
Yeah, dude. You're expecting to see little green dudes. Instead, you just see like a family.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I think you have your terms mixed up. Alien is a term they use for people who come into the country but aren't citizens. Which makes me think, are the UFO documents just about immigration?
I've had that same issue where I go on Reddit and I'm just trying to see some, crazy physics from an unidentified flying object. Is it tic-tac zigzags?
Yeah.
And then I'll just be like, dude, it's just a Mexican, bro.
Right.
And he's moving at normal speed. Like, none of this is challenging my preconceptions about physics.
Exactly. It's like, all respect to them. I love them, but I don't think they have anti-gravity technology.
No.
But
like CTB.
Yes, I was stoked to go to TJ though. I got it's birthplace of the Caesar salad, so I got a nice Caesar.
Huge.
Dang.
And stoked on it. But yeah, bonk. I think you need to like decipher what people mean when they say aliens.
And we're not saying like Mexicans move slower than other people. We're saying just all human biologics move at roughly the same clip.
Exactly.
Whereas aliens, at least what we've seen in the footage, can kind of defy space and time.
Yeah. I saw Disclosure Day with my pops. And my pops is super logical, scientific. And afterwards, I was like, Dad, what do you think? Spielberg knows, like, you think he knows that the aliens are real? And my dad's like, they're not real. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes into this whole scientific explanation where he's like, think about it. If you traveled at the speed of light and you came from, 10 light years away, when you traveled the speed of light, time speeds up, but to you it seems like no time at all. So to them it's 10 years, but to us it's 4,000 years. He's like, the physics don't add up. And I was like, Dad, can you take your Yale degree and freaking just go hit the golf course?
Dude, is there any better time to teabag someone when they're explaining
Science.
light year science?
Yeah.
Like time differentials?
I was like, can we just have some fun for a little bit? I almost said take your Yale degree and shove it up your ass, but I love my dad, so I didn't want to like disrespect him like that. I was just kind of like, Dad, I think you need to take some time to be uneducated.
Does that mean like if an alien looks at us, we look like a tree?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they want to cruise here, dude. Maybe all the aliens that are cruising here are just like camping. You know, they're like, oh, dude, let's go to the woods for a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope I'm like providing good cover and bringing down the overall heat.
Exactly. Yeah. I think,
Don't be a palm tree to the aliens.
dude, good call. But dude, I not to push back a little bit on that, but palm trees do bring good vibes.
That's true. If they're chasing aesthetics, it's probably worth it.
Yeah. So,
Dude, actually, you brought up something so fire there. So, obviously, I don't think high cholesterol is bad. I don't think sunscreen is necessary. And I'm dubious of the science on mRNA vaccines.
Yes.
Now, people will come at me and say, dude, that's bro science. And I got to be honest, one thing I never expected as a bro was to be persecuted for loving science too much. Like growing up, all my teachers were like, pay attention, stop talking about MMA and weightlifting. And then I finally do get into science and everyone's like, shut up. Like, what a switch. Like, I thought people would be stoked. This would be like if soccer moms got into crypto and I acted upset about it. It's like, dude, this is what I've been wanting. And I get where people are coming from because they're like, hey, this isn't like the established thinking yet. But all of science requires a paradigm shift. Like, dude, if you think about like Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, Darwin, Einstein, all those dudes were doing something that everybody who was around at that time was like, hey, that's not real science. You're just a bro. And now we just call it science.
Dude, it's tough because in life, people want you to stick in your lane, you know? But when you veer out of it, that's when dank change can happen, you know? Little do people know that all those bros you just mentioned, they also went to the gym. They also were, you know, ingesting complex proteins.
And Einstein never wore socks.
The most jacked dudes I know don't wear shoes at the gym. They get yelled at for it, but also they sling the most steel.
so are you saying that Liver King is our Galileo?
Galileo.
Galileo? Maybe Darwin?
Darwin?
Yeah, maybe Darwin. Yeah, Darwin. Yeah.
I would say Liver King, and I was even hesitant to bring him up because people will just like assume so much. But for me, it's Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt about that. I suppose sometimes we get pushback on thinking like, are these bros like these modern geniuses that we have out there, dude? You know, Rogan, Huberman, freaking Joey Chestnut, all these guys out there just doing the hard work. People that go, are these guys actually doing the hard work because they just don't wear lab coats? I think they are. You reminded me of something I've been thinking about a lot because of, you know, Chad's big day coming up And people,
Dude.
you sent out that sick spreadsheet for our tuxes to get measured up.
Mm-hmm. My brothers are giving pushback.
And yeah, and I think, you know, rightfully so, because when we talked about it, I thought instead of tuxes, we were all going to go as shirtless Ghostface for your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was going to be pretty sick. We were really going to wow your wife. So how come that changed, dude? And why are we not all going as shirtless Ghostface anymore?
Well, as you know, it's the bride's day.
Right.
As much as I want to be shirtless ghost faces, as much as I want to display our primal masculinity on this day where I'm going to consummate this union with my fiance with a marathon sesh of doggy style on the dance floor. I didn't want you guys to outshine her in her dress, which you guys would naturally do. I mean, granted, she is a woman, we are men, and you know, you need the masculine, the feminine polarity, but I don't want to have too much tea there where people are just looking at a bunch of jack dudes and they don't even give her the time of day.
So you're saying it's like how other ladies aren't supposed to wear white on other ladies' wedding day. Other bros aren't supposed to wear shirtless ghost face on their boy's wedding day.
Yeah, I think, you know, I brought it up to her and I was like, babe, you know, the boys are going to be shirtless ghost face. You know, I've got them all on peptides. I've got them all on TRT so they can get as jacked as possible. And she's like, I just think that might outshine my dress. And I was like, fair point. Should I just neuter them in tuxedos?
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Dude, straight up though, I'm glad that's the reason, because I thought it was because of my hairy nips. And I was going to email you and say, hey, I'm there. But I'm glad it has nothing to do with that.
No, I mean, dude, I you know, I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't want there to be that confusion. I didn't want to go into the wedding with that confusion. I don't think you would dance as well if you thought that your hairy nips were the reason why you weren't shirtless.
Yeah. Thank you. Because I don't want to think about that when I'm dancing. I think about it all the rest of the day.
Yeah. No, you should be free that nip, dude.
Dudes, also, I got to say on the Google Doc, when we were filling out our sizes for tuxes, I was very surprised that you dudes, wait, hold on, my brain's breaking. Can someone help me?
Are you talking about how the dudes were identifying as average, muscular, or thin?
Yeah.
A lot of dudes identified as muscular where I otherwise wouldn't have identified them in that regard.
Dude, I was nervous. I kind of wanted to put myself as muscular, and then when I saw you did average, I was like, all right, I guess I got to do average
Yeah, because
too.
I always thought you were ripped. There was
I
no ripped
thought you were
option.
going to say lean, yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny is my brother, who's been giving me some pushback.
Oh, he has. I've seen it.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, hey, can you fill this out? Middle finger emoji.
Saw that.
He put muscular.
I saw that.
I saw that.
And I wanted to text him and be like, dude, I mean, to his cred, he's been on GLP-1 since the bachelor party.
Oh, nice.
But I wanted to text him and be like, the gall. The gall.
Wait, and did he say you got the dates wrong on the wedding, or what was the confusion there? I genuinely don't know what happened.
I don't really, I think that's what happened, yeah. I think he corrected it.
But it was like this tux place did it wrong on
The
the
tux
day.
place,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
copy.
I mean, dude, we can't be expecting you to oversee all these dates. You got a lot on your plate,
I got
dude.
a lot to do. You gotta send out the invitations, all that stuff.
I do think on your wedding night, though, you should go shirtless ghost face on your wedding night with just you and your wife.
So you think so?
I did it on mine, and my wife was like, dude, I scared the shit out of her. We didn't have sex. She was like, I'm tired, but it's a good call.
We were some of the first bros to fill out the Google Doc.
Dude,
Dude,
yeah,
I saw,
you got-
dude, when
you
you were
got-
the first bro on there,
Dude, you guys, I was,
You were in there
I,
fast. You were in there fast.
I,
Dude.
I was proud of you, bros. I was like, dude, thank you.
Setting the tempo, dude.
JT put that he weighs 180, which he does. He's jacked. I might be a little bit lighter than that or right around there, but I put 185 because I'm not going to be on a dock where I weigh less than my boy.
Yeah, smart.
So I put that I weigh 5 more pounds than my boy on there, dude.
Well, you're expecting child, dude.
Yeah. It's big, dude. Any day now, bro.
Oh yeah, wow.
It's gnarly.
Dude, before we get into that topic, which is huge, is it and you guys are older brothers, is it a flex from the younger brother to say, hey, I'll outfit you in a tuxedo for my wedding?
I mean,
Because
yeah.
I think if I'm talking to my older brothers and I'm like, hey, fill out this sheet. And I think maybe as a younger brother if I had a younger brother and he's like, fill out this sheet, I would be like, fuck you. I'm flying over to wherever you are to beat your ass.
Yeah, you got a good point there. Like if my younger brother was like, yo, dude, do this homework right now, I'd probably have to sock him.
I do remember for my brother's wedding, I got the wrong colored tux and he was pissed. And that's a true story.
Wait, what color was it?
I was supposed to get black. And he's like, he calls me from the tux place. He's like, dude, why the fuck do you have a dark blue tux? He's like, I'm supposed to be the only one wearing dark blue. I'm like, dude, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know? I'm like, dude, I went in there. The guy said I look good in this color. I thought it was black because dark blue tuxes do look black to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my brother's like, you fucked up everything. And I was like, dude, I'll handle it, man. Relax. Dude, I
fucked up everything.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll go over there right now. I'll fix it, dude. I'm like, I kept trying to pin it, and I do kind of believe this. I kept trying to pin it on the guy. I was like, dude, they got your fucking shit. I just went in there, got the measurements. I don't know what the fuck to do.
You gotta stay on these people.
Yeah,
they'll fuck shit up.
dude,
Look
yeah,
at,
right.
look at the date wrong. You got to email them multiple times. Be like, are we doing this? What's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I was on vacation. It's July 4th. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what day it is.
Yeah, bro, it ain't the 4th yet, dude.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, it's Christmas. I'm like, dude, you should be working. That's America.
For sure.
So, dude, your impending fatherhood.
Yeah, dude, I'm fired up, bro. It's kind of tough because being a dad, it's sort of been limiting me already. People have an idea of who I should be, what, I should be doing, where my priorities are at. But at the night, they put in a new metro train stop by my apartment place, and I moon it at night. And it's just me. And the thing is, like, dude, I'll invite my boys. Like, I'll hit you guys up, but everyone's adults. They're busy, dude.
For sure.
And so I guess it's like then off-putting that, like, it's me, a father-to-be, close to 40, just showing my ass to a train. And I'm like, dude, it's not like it's a bus stop where everyone's just still not moving and I'm just there 10 minutes, mooning them 10 minutes straight till the bus shows up. The train goes by. It's 30 seconds and I put my butt away. And I just need a release, dude. It just brings me a lot of joy, dude. Some people do yoga, some people lift weights, some people cook, some people play an instrument. I moon the metro train.
Yeah.
And my neighbor works for the train and he's a dad. And he's like, yo, dude, you need to cut that out. Like, you got a kid on the way.
What?
It's like, what?
Does he not have an ass?
Must not.
I'll tell you what he is. A helicopter dad.
Yeah.
He moons helicopters?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
That's a good guy's call, actually.
But honestly, dude, like, dangerous.
Yeah, it's tough to get that low and then your ass gets spread. When I'm mooning, it's nice.
Well, and I mean, like, if you moon a train, like, the conductor's not gonna, like, just, you hope, all of a sudden hit the e-brake and cause a pileup. But, like, helicopters go down. And so you moon one of them, the guys are, holy fuck, butt cheeks. And then they're in the wall.
Yeah, true.
It's
But
true.
I'll tell you this just to like push back on this a little bit. If you have swamp ass and you moon a helicopter, it creates a lot of air, like wind. That'll like clear out your swamp ass.
Lighten it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But the most stoke-inducing part of mooning the train is like, if like you're driving a car, you do that. Sometimes the conductor will honk his horn at you. Then it was a good moon. It means he saw your ass. That's rad. But in the helicopter, what do they do? Like a tilt or something, or like? Do
What?
helicopters have horns?
Dude,
How will they signify?
your mouth did something super masculine there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It went like this.
Thank you.
That's new.
I think it's probably is that my dad strength kicking in, you think?
For sure.
When did you know that you had your dad strength kick in?
When I beat up my dad. 1994.
Oh shit! So middle school, your dad strength kicked in.
What? I'm not that old.
Oh yeah, that's probably like. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
no, you're right,
you were
you're
like
right.
you were like 5.
Yeah.
Dude, and I remember I heard through the grapevine that you are planning on doing a shirtless birth. You're shirtless, and you're gonna like hike the baby like a football.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know this because the movies, you know, they call it the labor rush. Oh, the water broke, and then now we got to get to the hospital. Dude, how's this for some science? Average labor in the United States is 20 hours. Take your time, get a cup of coffee. You got plenty of time to get to the hospital. So I've been talking about our birth plan. My wife's got a whole birth plan, dude. No opioids, you know, want to do this. And then there's also positions. It's not like this, legs up like that. A lot of births come in a squat position. So even the lady on all fours. So I'm thinking my wife is like, you know, like Jason Kelsey, and I'm sitting back there freaking like Nick Foles, my favorite quarterback, and just 1, 2, 1, 2. And then when that baby comes out, immediately ready for skin to skin.
Hut 1, 2, push, push,
Push, push.
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 And you can call audibles too to the OBGYN.
Yeah, as soon as she starts crowning, because here's the thing, dude, everyone in the birth room works for me. They all work for me at the hospital. So I'm going to set them in a good lineup.
Like mooning people?
I'll moon. Yeah, I'll moon them.
Are you gonna tush push them?
Dude, as soon as my wife starts crowning in solidarity with her, I'm going to get fully naked in the birth room because she's going to be fully naked.
That's fire.
Did you do that, JT?
What? I was
Were
slept
you-
the whole time.
Oh, dude, so you woke up.
I woke up and they were like, "These are your kids," and I was like, "Legit."
Dude, that's sick, dude. That's a sick birth plan, dude. How'd you
Yeah.
pass out? Did you bring like a tall boy or something like that?
Yeah, I was just ripping beers. I brought my portable. I brought my Xbox.
Good call.
I set up my TV, and I stayed home for most of it. I left
You went.
because it wasn't my vibe.
You got a lift in?
Yeah, I went to 24, did shoulders. Dude, my right arm was killing me. Sore.
Because that's what people don't talk about the birthplaces. It's kind of not a good vibe for bros. It's sort of all about the chicks.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of just like all the nurses are chicks. A lot of the OBGYNs, sometimes they're dudes, but I don't know. They don't even lift or anything like that, so it's tough to relate to them. So, yeah, you kind of just got to get out of there.
I just bailed.
Yeah.
JT, what do women want and need?
Just hard dick.
Exactly, stability. You got to be your woman's rock. And the best way to do that is with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is my favorite, your favorite bedroom performance enhancer. This thing is just getting our boners in check. This thing is making sure we have rock hard wieners so that we can perform in the B room and just satisfy with our schlongs. Dude, do you remember when you were young and getting hard was easy?
Bro.
The best. You could look at one page of Good Housekeeping or a shapely tree stump and be ready to go. Well, Blue Chew brings that back. Isn't that awesome? Blue Chew Gold is a better sex in a tablet. They combine 4 ingredients into one powerful solution. 2 ingredients get you hard physically, and 2 support arousal and desire in the brain. Dude, what is this, a freaking limitless drug for your cock? I love it. This fires me up. There's a reason Blue Chew is the #1 brand for better sex. Experience it yourself at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd free with promo code GODEEP. That's promo code GODEEP. You will also receive an additional 10% off plus free overnight shipping on your first order. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the pod and the bedroom. Dude, so I prepared some cues for you guys.
Oh, nice.
JT, how do you think rich kids are statistically most likely to die?
Going too fast. It's very underreported on, but like most rich kids die skiing, snowmobiling, jet skiing, And it's funny because it really undermines people's sympathy. Like they'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Or, oh, he sounds like an idiot. I'm like, well, actually he was an engineer. He just liked to grip it and rip it. So how about you lead with empathy next time? Like, you know, my cousin Dylan, his dad was a big real estate mogul, and he just loved to push the envelope. So he was in Zermatt doing the Matterhorn, and he went backside over the mountain and fell a couple thousand feet to his death. And I don't think people really give him the honor he deserves. Like, he was a brilliant guy. He could tell you every UT quarterback from 1951. He had profound insights on Pink Floyd. He treated everyone the same, whether it was his nannies or his driver. And yeah, you just got to watch it. If you come to have some dough, your foot's going to want to push down on the accelerator. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's a huge. Oh yeah.
Let that be a public awareness announcement, dude. If your boy's making bank, just cashing in on, you know, whatever, crypto, cow sheep, however you make the smart bucks these days, look out, because they could go down.
Here's. I think you should just like secretly put a governor on their engine,
Dude, perhaps.
which is like. I see you making a face.
Low key, that could be a party foul. If you put a governor on your boy's freaking mode of transpo.
It's an interesting discourse on autonomy.
Exactly.
That's why, like, the whole debate over like a woman's right to choose was super interesting to me, because like I remember in high school we bolted a condom onto my buddy Payon's dick. Like, he was such a savage, and he was taking them down 2 at a time. But like, we were like, bro, you're never wearing a bag. You're super potent. I don't want to see you stuck here with someone you don't care about. So one night we pranked his ass, jacked him off, got him hard while he was sleeping, and he was pretty out because he had like 12 beers that night. And yeah, we just rolled the Magnum down on it, and then we put Gorilla Glue at the base. And left it there, and it stayed on for a couple months.
Nice. How and like did loads just accumulate? Like,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think he said it would just like come out the sides of it.
oh, nice.
Yeah. Because there's pretty good give on Magnums out here. I'll never use those ones, but I'm pretty sure you can go few loads and be fine.
Nice. Cool.
He was pissed too. He's like, this isn't your right. Like, it's my body, my choice. And I was like, dude, fuck you. I was like, you're going to get everybody pregnant.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too, is like with a chick, she's the only one who can get pregnant. Payon could get everybody pregnant.
Yeah. It's like, you know, a lot of philosophical questions are like, would you kill one child to save 1 million? And it's like, I think this is an even deeper philosophical question, which is like, would you put a governor on your boy's cock to prevent 1 million unwanted pregnancies?
You can't do that.
Maybe
that's
we
what
shouldn't
governor.
have. Maybe we shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's what he did, though.
I did do it. I
No,
gotta
he
live
had
with it.
to. He had to.
Chad,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the current state of astrology?
I'm big on astrology. I love astrology. I go to my astrologist, Danny, you know, and I'll be like, dude, read my chart. And he's like, dude, you're a hero. According to your chart, you're a hero. You're a leader. You're hot as heck. And you're like super smart and charming. And I'm like, dude, astrology is where it's at. But I'm good at siphoning out the bullshit. I went to this other astrologist, and she's like, some of your negative qualities are you're stubborn and you don't listen and you're jealous. And I was like, what kind of fucking school did you go to? Like, take your bullshit out of here. You can't even read for shit. I don't even think she has psychotic powers.
How do you decide to go to an astrology? Do you ask like, hey, how many ex-boyfriends do you have? And it's like more than 10 makes them good at it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which, like, yeah, I think it's like the more you kind of fail at relationships and your life is just a mess, I think that points you in, like, maybe you're good at astrology.
So you had an astrologist who was negative?
She was negative.
Wow.
And I kicked her to the curb. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
So she's just a liar.
She's just a liar. She doesn't know how to read astrology. Total scam artist. I went to this other astrologist, Megan, and she's like, according to your placement on Pluto, you should have a huge cock. And I was like, thank you. I don't, but I've always felt that. Like, I have like a phantom.
Right, but she saw who you are.
She saw who I am. She's like, you're super hot. You're the coolest guy that's ever lived. You're destined to be, some kind of a leader, like of a CEO of like a company or like a soccer player or something like that.
But like more accurate than the first person. Obviously, there's like a margin of error, but she kind of that seems to me to be more like science.
Exactly. Yeah. The first one was science. The other one was just like this baloney. That's like not even like, it's like pseudoscience.
Like a charlatan.
Exactly. She's a total charlatan. She's like
telling you what you don't want to hear, which is really interesting because a lot of people will believe that's the truth because it's negative. But if you're smart, you know that actually only the good things are what really apply.
Exactly. It's like astrologists need to tell you exactly what you want to hear. They need to tell you exactly what you want to have happen in your future. They need to say like, you are like, if they're being negative towards you, they're full of shit.
And they're manifesting that.
Exactly.
Because you'll get a negative astrologer and they'll be like, ooh, I see some relationship turbulence coming for you in the next couple months. I'm like, now.
Yeah.
But if you would have told me you're actually going to be trying new positions and she's actually going to have a surprise orgasm, potential squirt from going reverse cowgirl, I'd be like, yes.
Dude, if an astrologist is saying that your partner is going to squirt in the future, hang on to them for dear life, because that is a legit astrologer. That person is locked in.
And a lot of them are scared to put their money where their mouth is and make a prediction like that. But when they do, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for not being afraid of the truth you see.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a tarot card reading with my wife at a wedding. And like a few cards came up and the tarot card lady was like, you're a squirter. She was pointing at me. It's like, yeah, all dudes are. So it's kind of BS. So I think the good thing about like astrology or tarot cards is what helps you in these situations is you just be smart. You got to just be smart. Being smart will help you in situations.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know?
Say that again.
Dude, if you're smart, it's going to help you in these situations.
That's really interesting.
It makes me think your kids are going to like birthday parties now, and a lot of your friends' parents are hiring like magicians. Are you still cornering the magicians and making them explain the tricks?
Yeah. That was an interesting because I didn't know what I was going to do. Because as in my own life, whenever I see a magician, I call them out.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, you clearly got that from like the Ricky Jay school. He says it's a sleight of hand with a trapdoor component. Explain that to everyone because it's kind of stolen valor. You're not actually a magician. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge you can't actually do magic. You can't bring my dead loved ones back. You can't make the world better. You're a fool. And I didn't know when I had kids if I was going to keep that energy up, because I didn't know. But what I'm realizing now is that like my kids, their love, it doesn't mean that much to me.
Yeah.
And so embarrassing them at birthday parties and stuff, I'm not worried about it. I think it's more about what works for me.
And you know, when they see the trick, they see the dove fly out of the hat, the kids are laughing and clapping, and then you'll a lot of times go, hold up, now it's time for the real show.
Yes, you know, I want to take this one again because I think that I was being too negative too because my kids love me as everything to me. But was that lame? I don't know.
No, that was hilarious. That was great. That was so funny, my kid. That was amazing.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter if your kids love you or not. Part of you loving them back is not letting them get tricked by magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so what am I doing when I go to a kid's birthday and I see they have a magician and I see my kids? It's tough. It's a religious conflict.
Yeah.
I have an impromptu beef of the week. It is frat magicians. Right?
Oh, whoa.
These boys go to these frat parties and they pull these crazy sleight of hand tricks in front of these hot chicks, right?
Whoa.
But it's almost like mind tricks to get laid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, what's your card? 6, 9, you know, like they're throwing random numbers out there to try and get the fucking vibe up, right? I've been watching these videos and these boys never get kicked out of the party. If I was there, I would kick these boys out. They're taking all the fucking chicks, you know, with their fake ass fucking tricks.
Dude, that's so true. I remember one time I saw this magician at a frat party. He was spinning cards and everyone's like, wow, what a cool trick. And I just called him out right there. I'm like, what he's doing is to show that he's good at flicking the bean.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's flicking the card, he's flicking the bean. And look at all these chicks, they're just fiending for this guy, Harold. And guess what? Harold fucked all of them.
Whoa.
Animal. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
If you found out you were allergic to beer, what do you do next?
I'd probably try my biggest fear. I'd probably go straight to just toking bowls and become a weed guy. Probably just retrofit my apartment, dig a Osama bin Laden style hideaway cave under my current apartment, go down there, have an Xbox, ton of DVD pornos, and just get Uber Eats all day long and become a full-on weed guy.
Maybe move to Islamabad.
Mm-hmm. Wear nothing but mesh shorts. Yeah. I'd probably, if I was like, I'd probably have to go to a country where booze was illegal and try to figure out a way to be elite there. So I'd probably study up on Western Civ, find all of its flaws, find all the flaws of capitalism, the greedy system of I guess I should coin start utilizing the term infidel culture, and become boys with a bunch of young jacked dudes. One might call us, over here terrorists, but I would call myself a freedom fighter, and link up with a bunch of like-minded dudes, post up, live a summer camp lifestyle, stay fit, stay lean, and fill my heart with rage, and hopefully, not plan anything too drastic, but hope for the fall of Western civilization.
Wow.
I could see you with a bunch of infidels on the monkey bars. Just hitting monkey bars training.
Thank you. No, you're the infidel. It'd be me and my boys.
Oh, infidels are us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whatever works.
Yeah. So hopefully I don't become allergic to beer.
Nah, it sounds like freaking. But you know what? I appreciate that you thought about it.
Dude, speaking of beer though, I wanted to apologize to you guys for that huge party foul I committed the other day when we were doing our TSA chug. You know how before we go on every boys trip, right when we get up to TSA, we pull out a tall boy from our bags and shotgun it because they have recycling right there and you have to down your liquids.
What's up? The 01 tradition.
It's such a good call. And I spilt my beer, and that's against TSA reg. And so I'm sorry we all missed our flight because of me.
That's all right, dog.
I've been thinking about it, dude.
I mean, we had to cancel the whole trip, but at the same time, it was like hilarious.
And we still got pretty smashed.
I know. I'm good at shotgunning. You guys just never spill any liquids, and you don't want to mess up like that. Like if you're shotgunning in TSA, they want to keep the line moving. They kind of get mad at you. It's a bummer, but it just really brings the boys together. And I'm sorry I messed up.
Well, can I ask, like, and I don't mean to, like, you know, be harsh, but like, what was going on with you that day?
I was just kind of full. Like I thought we were just going to do regular beers. And then we had the tall boys. And so that was just extra. So I was in my head about it.
Strider, you posted a video of you ordering like a beast.
Yeah.
How do you nut like a beast?
You don't nut. You don't just give up your seed, dude. You just do that. I did that one time with my wife. We made a kid.
That was sick.
Yeah. I busted one keeper, dude. She goes, tonight's the night. Hell yeah. Other than that, I don't nut, dude. I just, because kind of, I don't know how to, it's tough to say, but like coming's it's kind of for chicks.
Yeah.
Like what dude's gonna be like, shit, baby, look at, oh, fuck. Grow up. The fuck is that?
When you got her pregnant, how long did your bust last?
One just rope. Like a.
So it's kind of like you don't even really orgasm. It just kind of gets out of your body.
Yeah.
But would you describe it as pleasureless?
As far as physical sensation, no pleasure. Could have been at the dentist. Might as well have been ordering a cup of coffee, dude. The full pleasure came from the fact of knowing that worked. When it went in there, my babe looked at me and she goes, yup. She looked at me deep like that. Yup.
So when you bust, it's kind of like when a torpedo leaves the submarine.
That's exactly what it's like, dude. Dude, that's a perfect way to capture it. One. Because, dude, I mean, all these, like, the French, they refer to the climax as the little death, I'm not going to get that, Nothing's going to kill me. Nothing's going to kill me, dude.
Even like, to quote France.
Yeah. Dude, quoting France, probably one of the weakest things you can do.
It's cowardly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally, it's kind of like bending the knee. No, it's like when you quote France.
Dude,
I had a guy I knew a guy who was a beast in high school and just totally whipped afterwards.
Dude,
and he's just quoting France all the time.
Dude, he's like, oh, what's the soup du jour? Dude, think about this, dude. France is for chicks.
Mm-hmm.
No dude's ever wanted to go to France before.
Yeah.
Ever.
Let's do a boys trip to Paris.
Hilarious.
Right?
What? What are we going to do there?
Exactly.
What is there to do?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea what you would do there on a boys trip. Could you even golf?
I'm pretty sure there's no golfing in France.
Right. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy to think about, dude.
Yeah.
Because, dude, the whole coast is a whole fucking France. Is it even on the coast? Where is it?
I don't think so. I think it's like in the middle of a bunch of shit.
Yeah, dude. So you can't even do sick shit in France. You can't even golf. Where are you going to get a good piece of steak?
I think they do like film festivals every day.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, there's this conspiracy theory that Brigitte Macron is a dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's a psyop. You know what the truth is? Emmanuel Macron is a chick.
Whoa.
Mm.
So they're both chicks.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
That makes it hotter when they kiss.
Dude, I love it. I love it. That's my favorite thing about France is seeing the leaders kiss because I know it's two chicks.
Two hot lesbos kissing.
Yeah. It's like American Pie 2.
For sure. I'll jack off to that. Dudes, a lot of bros, we were pretty upset when Elon went in with Doge and started dismantling a lot of, you know, the government kind of aid and financials. And so people started going after Teslas, right? Like people were like, you know, thrashing them and stuff. And I totally agree with that. But I took it another direction where I found out my neighbor had solar panels.
Whoa.
And so I went up on his roof and just ripped that shit off.
Yeah, dude.
It was, yeah, my neighbor Bill, he was showing me on his phone. He's like, dude, check it out. I'm returning all this energy, you know? And then I was like, nah, dog. So that night I went up there with a headlamp and a cordless impact driller. And I just started, it was 38 panels. Honestly, it was probably a 4-man job. Took me about a week. And he caught me. And he was like, dude, what the hell? And I'm like, you support Elon? And he was like, yeah. He's like, dude, I'm just trying to help the grid. I was like, fuck the grid. Fuck you too.
Yeah, bro. Solar panels, dude, are death traps. You know, that big ass warehouse fire in Boyle Heights, it's the solar panels' faults, dude. Firefighters couldn't even get up there or walk around because they put too many panels on the roof. You know? And all those materials, guess where they come from, dude? Fucking China.
Oh my God.
China put them there, dude. That's part of the Chinese psyop. Put all solar panels on our buildings. So when our buildings catch on fire from when we're cooking or toking a bowl inside or whatever, they can't get on the roof because the roof is the best place to put a fire out from. People don't know that.
It's such like it's such a genius thing that like the narrative behind it. They're like, you get your energy from the sun. I mean, that sounds sick, right? But then you think about it and you're like, no, the sun only makes you tan.
Also, dude, when you're golfing on a boys trip, you are absolutely drained after 18 holes because of the sun. The sun takes your energy, dude. The sun gets energy from bros who are golfing.
For sure.
So is your neighbor pissed at you?
Yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah. But you had to do what you had to do, dude.
Nah, I mean, dude, screw it.
He'll get over it.
You can't support fascism, dude, in any respect. Even if you think you're helping the grid, you got to get straight, rip those panels off your roof.
Dude, Chad, is your wife letting you skate in your house anymore?
Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, I put a mini ramp in the living room. You know, women, they want to, you know, they want to decorate the abode. They want to make the, you know, they want to create a nice living situation. They want, you know, good decoration. They want to, you know, get the right curtains. They want candles. They want it to match. And you know, she did a huge run at IKEA. And she's like, I'm going to like redo the whole place. I'm going to make it nice and quaint. And I knew that was an attack on my boner. I was like, this is literally going to give me ED. And so I didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Go ahead, babe. She goes to IKEA to go and kill my boner. Little did she know, I built a full mini ramp in the living room.
Dude.
She comes back. I got a bunch of dudes there. We're just skating and stuff. And she's like, what is this? I'm like, babe, I defy gravity. I defy gravity. I'm not its bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, either, you know, take it or leave it, babe. Take it or leave it. We have skating in the house nonstop, or, you know, we're going to have to live in separate houses. I still want to be with you, but I skate.
Respect.
Yeah. I love you, babe. Sorry, I had to do that, but I had to drop the hammer. Women, they want to do that. That's the thing about chicks is like they play these games with you where they're like, oh, I want to make the house look nice and stuff, but they're really trying to attack your masculinity. They're really trying to kill your boner. They're trying to subdue you. And it's a test from them to see, did I choose a lion or a sheep? Mm-hmm. And I passed that fucking test, dude. I passed it. I said,
fires me
babe,
up, dude.
you chose a lion. And guess what she did when she came home and there was a full skate park in the house?
Yeah.
We fucking boned.
Dude, let's
That's
go. That's
awesome.
what I was hoping you'd say.
Dude, I had a similar situation. Me and my wife were about to make love, and she's like, okay, do you want to use your boner or do you want to wear the strap on?
Oh my God.
And I was like, I know you don't actually want the strap on, and I know this is a test to see if I'll, cede to this big rubber dong. And I said, no. I said, here's what we're gonna do. Put the strap on up my ass, and then I'm gonna fuck you.
Perfect.
Dude, that's a great call.
Yeah.
Love that.
And she kind of like, when I tell this story, she's like, that's not what happened at all. You said you wanted the strap on in your ass from the beginning. I didn't even know we had a strap on.
Dude, interesting.
Which is funny, right?
That's funny, dude, because it's like, that's just men and women. We're different. Like,
Yeah.
she's going to see that story. Like, it's just so funny. Like,
Because she
how the
remembers it
female
her way,
brain-
right?
yeah.
And she's forgetful too.
Yeah.
Like, I swear every time we have like a disagreement about the strap on, she forgets like a lot of key details.
Mm-hmm.
I think because she's embarrassed how much she wants it in my ass. And it's cute. It's just fun. We used to fight about it more, where I'd be like, say it was your idea to put the strap on in my ass. She's like, it was not my idea. I'm like, say it.
So
Say it.
funny.
And then, right, we were stuck. And then we finally, we got this couples therapist. It's like $400 an hour. And she
Good
was like,
deal.
JT, maybe it doesn't matter why the strap on gets in your ass. Maybe it just matters that, you guys are there together when it happens.
exactly.
And then I'm like, yeah, well, it's happening right now. It's literally in my ass right now.
Well, it's funny because your dank wife drops you off at my house, and then you go into my solar shed and sit on my gardening tools.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? You're like, dude, we're having sex right now. This is rad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, sick. I'm gonna facilitate my boy.
Yeah.
But then I'll talk to, because you'll Uber over, and then I'll talk to your wife. I'll call her, hey, JT's here at the shed. She's like, what? Why is he there doing that? Like, what's going on? We're supposed to be having
She's
dinner.
funny.
And I'm like, whoa, dude, this is some cool role playing.
It's funny. I try to just like, yeah, because she knows.
Well, that's the thing. You always gotta hold the line on the truth.
Yes.
Like I just told you guys that, after she saw the skate park, we boned. You know what she tried to say? She tried to say that her side of the story is that she went to go stay with her mom for a few
Oh,
weeks.
that's funny. That's
Until-
like a euphemism for boning.
Exactly. I'm like, babe.
I'm staying at mom's. Okay, I read you loud and clear.
That's
If
hilarious.
stay at your mom's means we had stand-up sex in front of like 6 skaters, then all right.
then let's go stay at your mom forever.
Yeah, sick, dude.
Dude,
Dude, I gotta drain my lizards.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
please.
What up, dudes? We love hearing your voicemails. Give us a call, 323-418-2019.
I felt so bad. Our boy lost a family member, which is so tragic. And he sounded like an absolute legend. And then I was on a separate thread with same bro, and I was trying to get a head count for 4th of July. And I was like pressuring him to answer, and I totally blanked. Like I just forgot. And then I was like, dude, why are you haranguing this dude for like an RSVP when he's grieving? And so I texted him. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm so sorry. And he was just like, all good, which was super gracious of him.
Oh, that's sick. So he forgave you.
Yeah, but dude, it's like I got dad brain. I don't know what to blame. Like, I hope I'm just not insensitive, but I really forgot in the moment, which is kind of crazy to forget though, that like Like, he literally just told me a couple hours ago. Like, I think there's also something about like group threads that just makes me not think of things in like a real way.
Yes, because that thread is dedicated to us raging. That's called the West Coast Rage Boys. So we really don't discuss anything besides partying, when you're going to be there, and who's going to show up, and supplies.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't blame yourself, and I think he understands that.
No, he was totally sick about it. He's a great guy, but I was like, dude, this is a major faux pas.
Yeah.
Chat, 4th of July at my place if you're free.
Yeah.
No press.
Dude,
Cruise.
super down. Yeah. Are we gonna be sitting on garden tools?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff that, you know, just be easy about it with my lady.
Dude,
Make her feel like it wasn't her idea, even though it was her idea.
perfect. Yeah, dude, I want to sit on a leaf blower.
Oh.
That would feel good, dude. Just bzzz.
Something I wanted to say too. We've done ads for them before, but like, and you talked to me about this. Gambling websites, we're done. We're done with we're not doing any more ads for the gambling websites. I think it promotes an unhealthy lifestyle. It promotes gambling to children, and I just want to say I think that's not chill. So, but that does bring us to our first sponsor. We're brought to you by Powerball. California's Powerball is back in action. Guys, make sure you use code GODEEP to get your first lottery ticket. Super stoked on it, and let them know we sent you.
What's up, bros? It's Gregory from Iowa. Yeah, I was a best man at a wedding this past weekend when my boys got married, and I was like one of the only guys that was single at the in the wedding party, and I was kind of like, you know, who are the single girls? And the guy who's getting married, the groom, like, oh, hey, my sister's single. And so, you know, he gave me the green light to like flirt with her and raise her up and whatnot. And so, yeah, long question short is that I ended up sleeping with my groom's best friends, you know, his sister.
Nice.
And she lives all the way out in Boston. And so now I don't know if I'm supposed to like, you know, like try to date her long distance or what I should be doing about that, you know, post Smash Sesh. So yeah, I appreciate you guys' insight on how do I handle that stuff with my best friend's sister and stuff. So yeah, he knows about it. He was super cool about it. It's just, yeah, what do I do? Follow it up with. All right, deuces.
Think about your legacy. Conceive a child.
Dude, I'm so fired up you smashed some pussy. You're clearly fired up. Thank you for telling us. Before you make any plans on what to do next, I think you got to tell more people.
Yeah. That's the most important part about getting some good pussy at a wedding is being like, yo, you'll never guess, dude. And then the fact that it's your friend's sister, that's so legit, dude. I mean, you could catch a streak next one of your boys to get married. Hopefully they got a sister too. You know what moves work.
I'm not even being sarcastic either. Like, if I had sex with a girl, you were going to hear about it. I was like, dude, I fucking defied the odds. I overcame history and I got pussy. And you're hearing about it and you're hearing about it and you're her dad? I fucked her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All due respect, that's what happened.
She chose you.
That's sick.
That's huge.
Dude, he literally put his wiener into another person.
And this is sort of an F1 scenario where all your boys are wearing the same tux. You guys are basically riding the same car. It's the same track. And you're the one who got pussy from it.
Coming into first place out of the grid, none other than Caller 2. Fast into the apex, She only has eyes for him. Will he seal the deal and cross the line here in Pittsburgh?
Shit.
Oh my God, for the first time in history, it's Gary from Gary, Indiana, getting pussy. The crowd here is stunned. Is that being too hard on the guy?
What do you mean, dude? You were just glazing him up. We thought that was the sickest thing I've ever
Yeah, but
heard.
I'm making him too much of an underdog because he is a legend. I was talking more about myself.
That's tough to separate the self when giving advice.
Yeah, cut all that, dude. I bashed him.
I think one thing he can do is you want to play this right. You don't want to be too overeager.
Yeah,
You don't
give
want
him
to
real
be
advice.
a douche. So I think you should start a Substack, right? Erotic fiction about your experience, and then play out your whole relationship
I'll read that.
in a literary sense.
I think that's huge. And
I'll
Gen Z,
jack off to that.
that's very good to crank too. And dude, Gen Z, they don't like reading the context in novels. Like, dude, Gen Z influencers like finish 5 books a week. It's like, how are you doing this? They're just reading the dialogue. So really all you need to do is write a book of just pure dialogue. Don't even put a location, don't even put a place, don't even put any surroundings. Honestly, don't need any plot devices or anything. Just write dialogue that you guys spoke to each other, and that could get made into an Amazon series, dude. A couple years. So you can make bank off this. You always got to be thinking to yourself, how can I make bank off of this?
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Next call.
Yeah.
What up, Chad and JT? It's Gumby. Just calling 'cause I'm 30 years old, live with my parents, and I've been working at this restaurant, and I'm a single guy, so I'm trying to get it, and yeah, like all these like hot servers working there, and I keep asking my coworkers like, oh, like she's kind of cute, like what's her deal? And they're like, oh, bro, she's like 19. Like, this is her summer college job. And, like, if it happens once, it's like, like, little embarrassing. But, like, I keep eyeing up all these babes, and I'm like, oh, dude, check her out. And it's like, oh, no, bro, she's like, she just graduated high school. Or, like, yeah, bro, like, she's dating someone on the lacrosse team. I'm like, the lacrosse team? Like, the league? Like, no, like, the college lacrosse team. And it just keeps happening. And I looked in the mirror the other day, and I was like, am I a creep? Like, I think I'm a creep. And I just, like... I don't know. Do I have an affinity for young, virile babes? Or am I a creep? I'd appreciate your insight. Thank you.
I think you are a creep. I think we're all creeps to a certain extent. I think what you have is less an affinity for younger women and an aversion to growing up.
Yeah.
I think you need to think about where your brain's going. I think sometimes the more we're thinking about sex, it's the more we're trying to escape from other components of our life. So I would look in the mirror and think about what I really want and how am I going to get those things? And do I think chasing 19-year-old tail at my job is getting me there?
Yep. It's like, you're working a serving job, living at home. He's got to take care of some rocks here of the big changes in life, dude. He's got to get a career going at this point. You still don't want to be working the serving job. And this is coming from a almost 40-year-old valet. But I mean, maybe you make bank there, but you maybe, you got to take a swing and mix it up.
When you've been promoted too.
True.
And you got a fire schedule and you are a paid comedian as well.
Preach.
I think on top of that, dude, mentorship is huge. And I think you need to look to someone with experience to help guide you in your life, which is why I think you should, shift to cougars. Maybe move to Scottsdale and become a cougar cub.
That's a great city for cougs. Yeah, he does live at home with his mom. What are his mom's friends up to? Any divorcees?
That's true too.
MILFs.
I think a MILF would give you a lot of tutelage.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you did end up dating a 19-year-old, you'd have more to teach her after that.
Yeah, at least you could impart some wisdom. So, yeah, dude, you got to change it up. Move out of the parents' house. Maybe get a new gig. I think Scottsdale's the move for this guy.
Well said. With love.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, what up? Name's G.
I like him.
Love that you bring the stoke. It helps me every day. Driving around. Bad things can happen. Good things are good when listening to the Stoke Lord's work. So I got a question. Was texting with Ron, probably 2 years ago, and I thought about talking to you guys live. But I didn't. And now the next 2 years, and we've thought about, I still haven't resolved this problem with the crew. We don't know if we have a schmoll or not, but we're starting to think that we do. And I realize you say that every crew needs a schmoll. But our schmoll won't stop talking about one of the crew members that lost his virginity to his aunt. We've been friends for a long time. It was funny when he was younger. It was funny in college. It's still funny, right? I mean, aunt fucking has become a whole thing. But he's telling this guy's girlfriends. And now this guy's married, and he told his wife, too. So, is this guy truly a schmoll, or is he just bringing on one of the foundational elements of the crew's friendship? This has been part of us forever. Help me out. Let me know what you think. Appreciate the stoke. Appreciate the advice. Just in general, peace.
I think something we've preached is that it's also the responsibility of the crew to outline to the schmoll what is acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you do that? Well, you got to check them sometimes. And I think this really comes down to your aunt fucking bro, that he did do something embarrassing and people are going to knock you for it until you make them step off. So he's got to 100% this schmoll has embarrassing things about him. He's got to start building his case, and he's got to check him in a visible way so the bro knows he can't cross that line anymore. Because like if you get all dramatic and you're like, he's out of the friend group, that's like going to cause more shit and fuck up the vibe more. Your aunt fucking bro just needs to step up and be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Because we all know, Kelsey cheated on you in high school and she made you sit in the cuck chair.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he says the aunt thing, he calls him cuck chair. And the guy who says aunt fucker is going to back off.
The best place to do this is probably while playing Pop a Shot at Dave & Buster's, because all the boys are there. They're all locked in on the game. No one's going anywhere. No one's going to leave that game. So you can have this important talk right there in Dave & Buster's. There's a lot of ambient noise. You can yell, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. Multiple times back and forth at each other, and people generally won't notice you. So, yep, get your boy in there. Be like, dude, we're cruising to D&B's, and then you got to just hit them with, we're setting some boundaries. That's kind of what D&B's stands for, dude. It's the B is for boundaries, and the D is you're being a dick. Let's figure it out.
I think that's great advice. I'm a little bit hung up on one thing. Did he fuck his own aunt?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think that advice holds. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, dude, the crew's got to control it. You can't let the schmoll be the captain of the boat.
But I don't think you can step up for the aunt fucker. He's got to step up for himself.
He's got to step up for himself. That's true. If you do it, no one's going to respect that.
Yeah,
like
'cause then-
bullying. That you got to step up. You got to step up for yourself. Otherwise,
Yeah, and then you can be like, hey man, like that's out of bounds and stuff. But like, if he doesn't feel heat or consequences for it, it's just kind of talk. You know, it's like
it's true.
You got to be like you could feed the ant fucker some info, and be like, hey, Schmoll, you know,
Yep.
his dad took a piss on him one time,
Mm-hmm.
and then be like, all right, you know.
And then when it comes to confrontation and the boys are there, it's best to have this talk in front of the boys. The boys
Yes.
just need to, when the schmoll looks around and goes, dude, but fucking this, then the crew just needs to hit him with a, nah, dude, you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they need to have the dude's back, the ant fucker's back.
So the guy fucked his mom's sister.
Or
Yeah.
his dad's brother, yeah.
Yeah, either one. We don't know.
Yeah, work it out at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, you guys will work it out.
It's a common question. Crazy how much that one comes up.
Crazy, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy how common that is, yeah. Wow. I feel like I'm in a whole new world with these headphones on.
Also, the neighbor's fire alarm's going off. I apologize to the listeners if you guys can hear that.
We can't hear it.
Are there solar panels on this building?
Must be.
We could be screwed.
No, that's not bad.
Can I air out some beef?
Go, baby.
So, as you guys know, I love Disneyland.
Number one, dude.
They shut down Pirates of the Caribbean for a couple months. They recently opened it back up. And they're like, yeah, we've got a cool new animatronic in there. It's like a screen on the face of one of the skeletons. It's so awesome. You see it. It's complete garbage. This is an atrocity. This is complete garbage. Disney, what are you doing? You are destroying a beloved attraction with your technology. Can the nerds ever stop? Why do they need to keep updating things? Oh, we're coming out with new Apple software. We don't need it. It's good enough. Oh, we're going to update Pirates of the Caribbean. Shut up and go work on a Rubik's Cube, all right? Quit occupying your time ruining things that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This new Pirates of the Caribbean edition, I spoke with your brother about this, is completely disrespectful to the entire Disneyland legacy. Am I a guy who's 35 complaining about this? Yes, because that's how passionate I am. Fuck you, nerds. Quit it. Cut it out.
Legend.
I love that.
I did send it to your brother. I'm like, can you believe this shit? He's like, unbelievable.
So wait, what? I'm trying to picture of what it is. What is it? Like
It's complete horseshit.
they put like a screen instead of an actual like 3D dude.
It's like they use it's kind of like they make it look like the face is animated and stuff.
Yeah.
Look up Pirates of the Caribbean update maybe. So here it is.
Oh, dude, I can't take that's.
Oh,
What is that, dude? So it goes from alive to skeleton.
Yeah.
weird.
It's not even cool looking.
And it changes the texture a lot of the ride.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's the thing. You can't have that.
Yeah, it feels like you're in
Toy
Toy Story or something.
Yeah. Save that for the Haunted Mansion, bro.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Who's making these decisions, dude?
That's a good question.
APAC. it's always APAC. I was gonna say, dude, I got I was reading Ernst Becker's Denial of Death, and he said we create the reality we need in order to discover ourselves. I think West and Amanda are gonna make it. I think they're gonna get married. I think they created adversarial conditions because they knew they had a darker, truer self that they needed the world to see. And I think they'll be fused together because they'll be fighting against the world's expectations that they won't make it. And that's what's going to drive them to stay together. And I think they were on some level conscious of that.
Write that down.
That's huge. They have an underdog mentality. You know, me and my wife, to strengthen our relationship, because it's important, you know, to be bonded. You know, diamonds are created in the harshest of environments, and we wanted our relationship to shine. So I'd challenge dudes to pick up basketball 2-on-2, and me and my wife would play. Like, babe, set a high screen, let's go. Dive down. And she'd be playing against big former, you know, offensive linemen. We would take some L's, but it really strengthened our relationship. So if you're not playing pickup basketball with your future loved one, I don't know if your relationship's going to make it.
Yeah.
We never ran the courts. I would generally just shoot. Every time I got the ball, I would shoot. I don't have a good shot.
Yeah, but I like that you pull the trigger.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be like, babe, get that board. Crash the boards.
She's a beast on the low block.
For sure. She got a strong base, dude.
She's
like
crafty too. She's come on the hoop like that. It will spin off the hoop like that. Sometimes bounce off the back, go like that. Sometimes go off the front, come down.
Who's that? What coach is that?
That's Rodman in The Last Dance when he's talking about rebounding. You know, the ball rotate this way, go spin out, kick that way, and come out the front, go straight down. You know, and like it sounds smart, but it's also like gibberish. Exactly. But then you just look at the stats, and
it's
you're
like an artist talking about it.
He's clearly a genius when it comes to rebounding.
Dude, big time basketball news today in the ether.
LeBron.
He's stepping away
from the Lakers.
Yeah.
It'll be hard. We never embraced him.
No. He needed a scandal, dude.
Even though he got us a chip.
I know. People call it the asterisk bubble. I argued that it was a harder chip to get, dude.
It was all hoop.
Yeah. Everyone's in the same conditions.
You think about how much love Brunson's getting for getting New York a title. You know, which was an incredible title. What a gift to watch that. But LeBron got one, and like it's like, I don't know, it somehow feels underwhelming.
True.
He's a victim of his own success. He's like Martin Scorsese or like Woody Allen or something like that. We're like, that was a pretty good movie, but not as good as this masterpiece or that masterpiece.
Yeah, that's very true. Suffers in comparison to himself. It's crazy. Like Spielberg, bro, with Disclosure Day. Yikes.
You don't like it?
I didn't see it, but everyone did. I haven't heard one good
thing. You liked it?
I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Really?
I loved it.
I haven't heard anything. Yeah, you're the first one to give a positive review.
I mean, I love Aliens.
That's true.
So it fired me up. Dude, I was fired up.
My cousin, she's like a 22-year-old chick, so she's probably not into it as much as, you know, like I would be, but she said it just kind of dragged. Like it could have been like an hour 30 and with like a lot of hard-hitting stuff instead of...
She thought it'd be better if it was like one TikTok video.
Yeah, exactly. She just wanted a couple dances and shit.
I was having a blast. I loved it. You saw it with Sean, right?
I did.
I
saw it with some super pro alien guys. Nah, I didn't love it. But I'm glad you liked it.
I was having a blast.
I think I thought Emily Blunt was good. I thought like the way she got to play that character, you know, like where she kind of knows everything, was really fun. And some of the chase scenes were good. But I don't know, I thought this script was maybe a little weak. I got like a million negative things to say about it, honestly. I'm sitting on like a fucking barrel of just negativity right here, dude, but I don't want to yuck your yummy.
No.
Dude, my boy's biting his tongue.
And you like aliens a lot. So would you put it in the pantheon of great alien, or like where would you?
No, I was just having a good time. I was having a good time. I was like, this is fun. I enjoy Aliens.
Well, and it's very like I'm trying to psychoanalyze you, you know? Like I'm looking at you right now, even though my eyes are over here. Did it resonate with you, the kind of like way the alien story is connected to childhood?
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that being very like filling you in a way that was very cohesive.
Yeah.
Which is what makes Spielberg such a great filmmaker. Like he does such good like camera movements and shit, but then it's always like very core. It's very like young. It's very like loss of innocence, impression of the world, and like returning to that.
Yeah, the wonder. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what, like, if I had to distill it down to my number one complaint. You know what kind of bumped me was that like the bad guys weren't gnarly.
Right.
Like there's parts where like they're like invisible and the bad guys are like, where are they? What did we do? And I'm like, I feel like the bad guys would have Uzis and would just shoot and murder everyone. But they were like easily thwarted by like gentleness. Like they'd be like, don't be bad. And the bad guy would be like, oh. And I was like, I think I would have, the stakes would have felt more like dangerous and exciting and maybe validating if the bad guys were a little bit gnarlier.
I think
it's a little like Hook almost that way.
Yeah, I think the bad guys, I think it speaks to that debate of like, should we know the truth or not? And so making them totally bad, because I think you can see their side of it too.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know.
No, I got where they were coming from. I guess I just wish they were more dangerous a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's like he was able to like escape the chase scenes. It's like, how did they not see him? Or how is he able to just drive through all this shit?
That part
he's like, they're all looking forward and he's like just behind a fence that's like clearly visible.
The cliff thing was crazy.
Yeah. And they just drive it off and they're like, where'd they go?
yeah.
I mean, that stuff was ridiculous, but I think I like the...
It was kind of childlike in a way. It was
I like the childlike. I think I just really like the idea of the aliens being. I like positive aliens.
Yeah.
Yes, for
I
sure.
like aliens that are
looking out for us.
Looking out for us. They're like they're kind of like they're like no, empathy and love is what's important, instead of just being like these like cockroaches trying to take us over.
It's almost religious in a way.
It did have that religious component.
They're spiritually guiding us.
Exactly. It had that religious component to it.
And the world's like at the brink of war and stuff, and this is the moment they come down and be like, here's the revelation you need to get back to...
And she's like a Jesus figure.
To harmony.
Yeah.
She was great in it.
Yeah.
Super funny. Wyatt Russell was good. That scene was really good outside the gas station.
Yeah,
I like that scene. And Josh O'Connor's good.
I like that. He's done a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, he's the man. Did you think that the graphics were kind of bad on the animals?
On the animals?
Like the deer?
Dude, I mean, I'm just so like... I'm so easily swayed by childlike stuff. I was like, wow, it's like a deer coming. I was like, yeah, alien. I was like, animals are like, yes. If a big moose came into my room, I'd be so stoked. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'll follow you, dude.
It's funny. I know. I'm just such a critic too, because I did enjoy a lot of that too. But like when I saw the deer, I was like, did fucking Spielberg's graphics guy die?
Well, that is something with movies nowadays. When I was with my mom, I watched the J-Lo rom-com with Brett Goldstein.
Oh, yeah.
The way the movies are shot now, and I was actually talking to someone about this with like the Fast and Furious movies, like the texture of film, like it's like there's nowadays, especially Netflix movies, like
the worst.
It's so like crystal clear.
There's no depth.
And you're like, it just looks so fake. You're like,
everything's in focus. It's the problem.
Yeah. And you're like, what am I watching? And you watch it and you're kind of like, how does J-Lo and like Brett, how do they do this movie and these scenes and not just go back to their trailer crying because they're like, this is the worst shit of all. Like, it's mostly Netflix movies. Like I liked Hail Mary and stuff like that. Like there's good movies, but I think it's when they rush these movies out and they use these super high def cameras where you're just like, this doesn't even feel like, my mom's like, this feels like a reality show.
Yeah. Well, that's why everyone loved Obsession, right? Because they made it on a small budget, and the director used like lighting and shadow and stuff like in
I still
clever.
haven't seen it. I gotta see it.
I haven't seen it either. I'm kind of scared, but
Yeah, it's just, I'm not a big horror guy.
Although, dude, did you watch Widow's Bay?
It's amazing,
Bro, it's incredible. It's so good.
Yeah,
The right amount of scary, but like, yeah, dude, it's tough to make creative choices when everything's just like sharp focus, optimal, like lens exposure. And
It's
you're like, dude,
another
what the
thing,
fuck?
dude. Geek nerds ruin everything.
I know, bro.
Tech ruined. I mean, they didn't ruin all of Hollywood because we still have good movies coming out, but like, they're optimizing. Quit optimizing.
It's annoying, dude.
They're on. Everyone's on algorithm brain,
Bro, it's as Americans, what do we love, dude? Choice. And with AI and stuff, they're just giving it to us, saying like, this is what we're gonna have for you now. And it's like, let me fucking choose, bro.
Yeah.
I want the option to like not have that or have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also like, they're probably in their heads, they're like, oh, if you use the super high def, like crystal clear image, that'll be more entertaining to the brain. But it's like, if you watch a movie like Happy Gilmore, like Fast and Furious, like 1, just name some of the top classics of our time. The textures, there's something where you're like, okay, I'm watching a movie now.
yeah.
And to them, they're probably like, how do we optimize this for the, and you're like, dude, you guys are ruining everything. We need to go and beat their asses.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder if there is like less, because if you look at Happy Gilmore and Fast and Furious, they do feel like they take place in a contained visual universe.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, I'm like when you Fast and Furious too, like the colors and like
bro.
the streets and the cars and the way everything looks.
It's
you're
like
like
90s LA.
Yeah, you're like I'm in a very specific place right now, and it's like I want to get transported there. And I do wonder if maybe there was just like more different kinds of cameras, lenses, and development processes back then. Like I really don't know much about it, but like I remember with Three Kings, which has a really cool look where everything's kind of blown out. Like they overexposed the film, so it'd have this kind of like bright, like the sun's kind of shining in my eyes feel to it. And I mean, clearly they have the technology to do that now, but with Netflix, I wonder if they just have their specs on how it's supposed to look and they just run everything through that. Go to that camera chart. What is that?
Yes, I was going to say, actually Netflix has like a requirement for their films that you have to use a certain camera.
Yeah. Well,
So I think maybe they're just like so high tech that,
They probably own it and rent it to themselves.
It's
and
all
make
the
money
Red
on it.
Dragon.
Yeah, a lot of the Red cameras, yeah.
I remember when that came out when I was in
Red.
film school, and everyone was like, the Red, it looks as good as film and all this stuff. And it was very exciting.
The files are huge to compress. It's like the color grading and stuff. Like when they shoot Band of Brothers, like they're shooting that on camera, and then after they cut it, then they color grade it to give it that like Saving Private Ryan World War II feel of like, and it just works. Your brain is like, oh yeah, I'm in the 40s now.
Yeah.
Even though the 40s didn't look like that necessarily, dude. Freaking sick art choice.
Yeah. It's
Artistic choices are being limited by technology, dude.
I know.
Not augmented. And what the fuck?
Yeah, it's it can be very upsetting where you're like, what is going on here?
I got a quick babe of the week that is also somebody who was a lot better in the past, and that is my man Alan Jackson. He played his last concert ever this weekend, and I listened to a lot of his songs growing up. Country music was my thing at the time, and I just want to give him a shout out. Shout out Alan Jackson.
Why is he retiring?
Probably just age. I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, but he had some bangers like Drive, like Daddy Let Me Drive, that song. He just had a lot of good bangers that when I was a younger kid, I really like thought I could rip like him singing,
Maybe to tie it back into our conversation about art and directors as they age. Tarantino, I think himself has said this. Maybe he doesn't have any good art left in him. Maybe the passion is driven by youth. Maybe not to a degree. I don't know. I'm sure there's instances where an older artist has created something amazing, but I think evidence suggests. Look at our boy Scorsese. Look at our boy Spielberg. Their films have taken a dip later in their career. Kubrick just did 10. Quentin Tarantino says he's going to be done. Maybe this musician you're talking of, Jake, has felt the art, left his being. Perhaps that's just
Yeah, I think like it's I think it's a, because to me I think actually like most artists get better with age. Comedians I think get better with age.
comedy. Yes,
I think like but maybe with these like directors and stuff, they've had so many hits. Well, probably maybe they're older, they're a little bit, you know, less on top of their game.
maybe it's
but-
what JT suggested with where it suffers in comparison. Maybe this would be good if Spielberg never made anything prior.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still good. Like there's still stuff that he does where you're like, dude, no one's as like the train stuff was like so cool. And I'm like, just classic Spielberg ratcheting up the tension, putting you on a ride. He's a beast.
But I think maybe it's like, you know, you become so successful, you become, you know, you just maybe everyone says yes to you, and that you're not under like budgetary restrictions. I think restrictions maybe help art.
With Scorsese for sure, where he's like, I'm doing 5 hours on,
Yeah.
you know, converting Japanese people to Christianity. I'm like, you sure about that, boss?
Yeah.
I love you to death, brother, but
Who did Tenet? Was that Nolan?
yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, but he might come back.
All
with a
these guys
banger.
are geniuses, though.
Oh no, they're amazing.
Pray to all of them.
Should we call it?
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was fun. It was nice to just regular talk at the end. Yeah.
If you need advice,